Hey everybody, I'm Sunny. Today I'm going to teach you 3 functional strength exercises that you need to start doing to increase your mobility and your strength within those ranges of motion. So the first exercise I'm going to teach is an ATG split squat. So I'm going to have you all begin with the end in mind. So this is the most advanced version, and then I'm going to show you how to regress that down. So what you're going to do is get into a wide stance position, get the back toes up, hands on the hips for balance, and then you're gonna go forward. And I want you to think that we're not sinking down into the joints here. I'm creating tension, so squeezing this leg in the back, my chest is upright, then you push back. So you wanna inhale when you go down, and exhale when you go back. There you go, I'll turn for you. Is that better? Okay. So a nice side view of that when you're thinking about, what I'm thinking about is keeping this heel down and allowing my knee to come forward as you drop the hips down like this. So a lot of people are kind of like this, but you're trying to get as upright as possible. Okay, so I realize that at home you may not have something like this, but you can set up with PVC pipes or your kitchen counter, something like that. So if you can't get all the way down, so you can't get your calf to touch your hamstring, then you want to elevate the front foot. So you'll put your front foot on some form of elevation, and then you can hold on here for balance and stability. Rotate this back leg inward slightly. Inhale as you go down. So inhale and exhale. And people that are really, really tight when you first start doing this, I always tell them, get to the bottom of the rep, straighten this back leg, create like contract your muscles, and then inhale, exhale. So then push back. If you do that inhale and exhale at the bottom of the rep, it helps all of those really tight muscles to release and relax. Now, say you do this height and this is still too low. Another really great option, same exact thing, you just need to go a little bit higher. So imagine if you're at home, like a kitchen, like a chair. So this is what this would look like. So you're gonna go here, and then since this is higher, you won't be able to straighten this front leg because then you'd come all the way back into this. Don't even worry about that. Just go forward, try to touch the hamstring to the calf, and then push it back. Forward and back. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you all how to mobilize your upper body and lats in this one. So what you wanna do is find something that's kind of high. You can also do this one standing. I prefer this one on the ground if you have access to getting on the ground. So what you're gonna do is we're gonna take both hands to start like this, and then don't arch your back like this. Draw the belly button to the spine. And then after you draw the belly button to the spine, you're going to let your upper body sink down as far as you can. But again, we're not getting into this position. So you're keeping tight at the core. And then from here, what you're going to do is you're going to inhale, exhale. And you're going to do about 10 inhales and exhales, and then come up out of that. So that's level 1. Level 2, to make this a little bit more intense, and to really get to know your shoulders and kind of see which one's tighter versus the other one, you're gonna take your palm at the edge of the box like this, and then you're going to do the same thing. So we're not arching, you're having a nice neutral spine, core is activated, and then you're going to drop down. So this is your supporting arm. So you're gonna support as much as you need. Some people might be right here, that's okay. Find your end range of motion, and then once you get to the end, you're gonna do 3 to 5 breaths. So full inhale, full exhale. And then what you're gonna do after you've reached that 5th breath, you're going to drive your hand down into the box as hard as you can. So drive down, create tension. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna release, relax, and then sink deeper. And then the goal is to lift that hand slightly for 3 breaths, and then exhale, relax down. And then you can repeat that one for about 3 times each arm before switching to the other one. Be very gentle when you come out of that, because that shoulder is gonna be like, whoa. And then for the rest of the day, your shoulders are gonna feel incredible after that. Okay, so now we're gonna learn how to do a Cossack squat. So what you're gonna do is set your feet wide. My working leg is gonna be this one. So I'm gonna turn that leg out. A way to also, let me back up. So a way to set this up is if you have your feet together, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's gonna be about the correct distance for you. And then from here, on the working leg, you want the knee going in the direction of the toe. On this leg, the leg that's gonna be straight, you wanna turn it inward slightly. So from here, I'm gonna drop down into this Cossack. See how I'm kind of adjusting that leg? And then at the bottom, the goal is to open that knee as far as you can, and then rotate this leg forward like this. So you don't wanna sink down into the joints like this. You really wanna try to stay upright with the pelvis, and then stand up out of that. So. Okay, and then a really good option when people are working up to this one, the most important part is to try to get as much bend in the leg as possible. But I understand when you first start doing this, your body might feel really, really tight. So a great option is to find some form of support. If you're at home, a lot of ways you can do this is like in a door frame, for example. So you're gonna separate your legs, just like you did. You're gonna set it up, turn the toe out, and then you're gonna hold onto this and kind of lean back. Then from here, at the bottom, if my right leg is working, I want my right elbow to go out. And then from here, I'm squeezing this part of my glute. And then stand up. Inhale. Exhale. I like to tell people stay on the same side and then switch, because you're gonna have to reset your feet up. And when you first start doing this one, that can be tough to just switch back and forth. So again, you're here with support. But say you try this and you say, Sonny, I can't get all the way down. Another option would be this. So you can use something to elevate that front leg, or the working leg. So like this, then that'll allow you to get into a deeper range of motion without being on the floor, and then use your arms to help you up. Another thing I always tell people too is when you're doing this exercise, it's okay to use your hands. Kind of get familiar with your hips. I like to turn the hands like this, and then you can even walk this way. Play around with, if you're really tight, you might need to lift that toe to start. That's not gonna be as much inner thigh here, which is totally fine. And then rotate. Like this, you can use your hands back here too. So just kind of get familiar with it, play around with this exercise. This is one of my very favorite ones to open up the hips and create a lot of hip stability in those joints. Okay, today I'm gonna show you a lat pullover. So what you're gonna do is you want your upper back to be on the bench. And then from here, you want to be far enough down to where you can rest your head. So you don't wanna have to be cranking your head the whole time on this. What you're gonna do is rest the head down, squeeze the glutes slightly so you're keeping your hips elevated. Step one is you're gonna just kind of seek range of motion on your shoulders. Then from here, inhale, exhale, and then come back up, okay? And if you're like, okay, that felt safe, a way to really increase your range of motion is when your arms go back. This one's pretty advanced though. You can drop the hips down and get just a little bit more stretch here, and then exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And I recommend starting really, really light on this, and as you get more advanced, you can add more weight. That's great.
That's
wonderful.
Yeah.